In 2015, Apple faced a critical challenge. iPhone sales growth began to plateau, signaling market saturation. Despite selling over 231 million units in 2015, a record at the time, growth slowed to just 0.4% in 2016. This stagnation forced Apple to rethink its heavy reliance on hardware revenue, which accounted for 63% of total sales. The company recognized the need to diversify, especially as smartphone innovation cycles lengthened and competitors closed the gap. This moment marked the beginning of Apple's strategic pivot toward services. Apple Music launched in June 2015 as the company's first major subscription service, challenging Spotify with a $9.99 month model. It leveraged Apple's existing 800 million iTunes accounts and exclusive artist partnerships like Drake's Hotline Bling. Within 6 months, it attracted 10 million subscribers, a milestone Spotify took 7 years to reach. This success validated Apple's services strategy, proving users would pay recurring fees for integrated experiences. By 2023, Apple Music grew to 88 million subscribers, contributing significantly to Apple's $78 billion services revenue. Apple monetized its 1.5 billion active devices through digital services like the App Store and Apple Pay. In 2022, the App Store generated $72.3 billion from developer commissions, 30% fee, while Apple Pay processed $6 trillion in transactions, more than PayPal. These services capitalized on Apple's installed base without requiring new hardware sales. For instance, Apple Pay's adoption soared to 507 million users by 2023, thanks to seamless NFC integration and privacy-focused authentication. Wearables like AirPods and Apple Watch became Trojan horses for service adoption. The $159 AirPods, introduced in 2016, grew to dominate 25% of the wireless earbud market by 2022. Meanwhile, the Apple Watch's health features, ECG, fall detection, drove Fitness Plus subscriptions, which reached 1 million users in 2021. These devices created sticky ecosystem lock-in. 80% of watch buyers already owned an iPhone. By 2023, wearables and services combined contributed 35% of Apple's revenue, up from 15% in 2015. In 2020, Apple launched Apple One, bundling Music, TV Plus, Arcade, iCloud, and Fitness Plus for up to 30% savings. This strategy reduced churn. Subscribers using the 3 Plus services had a 98% retention rate versus 70% for single-service users. The premier tier, $29.95 per month, included News Plus, creating cross-service discovery. By 2023, bundling helped boost Apple's services gross margin to 72%, far exceeding hardware's 36%. Notably, 55% of new service subscribers opted for bundles, accelerating recurring revenue growth. Apple turned privacy into a revenue driver. iCloud Plus 2021 added features like Hide My Email for 99 cents per month, helping grow paid iCloud subscriptions to 190 million users by 2023. Simultaneously, App Tracking Transparency (ATT), introduced in iOS 14.5, crippled competitors' ad targeting while boosting Apple's own ad revenue by 33% to $4 billion annually. This dual strategy, monetizing privacy while disrupting rivals, exemplified Apple's ecosystem control. iCloud storage alone now generates more revenue than McDonald's global operations, $7.5 billion per year. Apple invested $6 billion in TV Plus by 2023, producing award-winning shows like Ted Lasso and The Morning Show. Despite high budgets, $15 million per episode for Foundation, TV Plus lagged in profitability with just 25 million subscribers, far behind Netflix's 238 million. However, its strategic value lay in ecosystem integration. 64% of TV Plus viewers were existing Apple device owners. Acquisitions like NextVR virtual events and AI startups hinted at long-term bets beyond streaming, aiming to future-proof services. The $3,499 Vision Pro 2024 represents Apple's most audacious services platform. Its micro OLED displays, 23 million pixels, enable immersive media, while eye hand tracking could revolutionize productivity apps. Analysts project Vision Pro will drive new service revenue streams, virtual concerts, partnering with Universal Music, AR fitness classes, and enterprise tools. Though initial sales may be modest, 500K units in 2024, Apple plans to leverage its 1.8 billion active devices as a funnel for vision adoption over the next decade. Apple's 2023 AI upgrades transformed Siri into a contextual assistant, using on-device processing for privacy. For example, Siri can now cross-reference calendar events with Maps traffic data to suggest optimal departure times. These AI-driven features, powered by custom neural engines and M-series chips, increase service stickiness. Health AI predicts sleep patterns, while Photos AI curates memories. This invisible AI integration differentiates Apple from cloud-dependent rivals, with services revenue per user growing 15% year-over-year. Today, services account for 25% of Apple's revenue, $78 billion in 2023, up from 10% in 2015, with margins twice that of hardware. Future ambitions include fintech, Apple Pay Later, health, FDA-cleared glucose monitoring, and AI-powered Apple GPT chatbots. Analysts project services will hit $100 billion by 2025, potentially making Apple the world's largest subscription business. This evolution, from the iPhone company to an ecosystem titan, demonstrates how Apple redefined monetization beyond device sales.